Did you guys know that Steven Spielberg's animation company, now defunct, was called Amblimation?
No, I did.
I did.
Did you really?
I did only because I was there when Elyse found out and she laughed at it really hard.
I feel like I know so much about Spielberg. I have never heard that before.
No, right? Amblin Entertainment, Amblimation.
That's really cute. I like that.
They made Balto, right?
They made Balto. They made An American Tail, Fievel Goes West. We're Back, a Dinosaur Story.
Oh,
they're all done.
All composed by James Horner, who composed Sneakers, which James and I were watching last night.
There's a movie called Sneakers.
Again, it feels like there was an actual answer for a question in there somewhere that you could have.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of dwelling on the question, this might be something new that I'm doing with the show.
The opening question?
Just
no more
opening
banter.
with the best question you have, answering it, and then getting to the meat of the show.
This is Answer For It, a comedy podcast. It's a trivia podcast, too, but sometimes other people make it really hard for me to do trivia. If I was going to guess what his animation company was called, maybe Sketchberg instead of Spielberg.
Huh.
No.
That's terrible. I don't care for that.
That's terrible. People don't generally refer to animations as sketches.
Well,
right?
sketches started.
I feel like there's got to be. There's a pun in there somewhere that we weren't prepared to do.
There is a pun. It's called amblimation. That's the pun.
Yeah, I guess so.
Amblimation is great. Did Amblimation do Animaniacs also?
I don't know. Actually, the only features listed are, again, Fievel, Dinosaur Story, and Balto.
Should have called them Amblimaniacs.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember when Steven Spielberg made a video game? He was like, I remember there's a big announcement that said Steven Spielberg is getting into gaming. And everyone's like, oh, that's going to be interesting. Like, he apparently enjoys video games, and the idea of Steven Spielberg putting his name on a video game sounded pretty cool. And then it ended up being a Wii like Jenga game.
What?
Yeah,
I know he did Medal of Honor.
Tossed blocks to knock over other blocks.
Oh,
yeah. What was it called?
I don't know, but it was really good, and I liked
Blocks.
it. And to AJ's point about Medal of Honor, they recently talked with him about doing the new Call of Duty movie. And then they were like, no, Steven Spielberg wants full creative control. We're not going to have him do it. Wouldn't you want him to do a Call of Duty movie?
You can't trust him. His track record is too questionable.
Yeah. Wow. That would be what a gift that would be. Wait, you want full creative control? Please take it.
Like, fine, I'll make Saving Private Ryan.
It doesn't seem like Call of Duty would have been like necessarily what he would be interested in. Because doesn't it glorify violence in a way that he doesn't do unless it's like war heroes and stuff?
Well, you're thinking of like classic Call of Duty. He wanted to make the more modern one where they have like neon panther skins on their guns.
And aliens, right?
You
Don't
know,
they have
and you're
aliens
running around
now?
as Peter Griffin or whatever, right? Like,
Sexy Call of Duty.
Yeah, he wanted to do that version of Call of Duty.
Was there a question? I'm so confused. Hold on. Did a trivia question happen and I missed it?
I feel like the video is making me self-conscious. Like, it's making me.
Don't look. Just cover your eyes like I did.
Self-conscious about what I say, because seeing it coming out of my mouth, I don't like it.
Doesn't seem so smart now, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
How many Snoopy shirts do you own, or do you just always wear the Snoopy shirt when I see you?
I own 2 shirts.
Oh, okay.
In total. And this is the Snoopy one.
For our listeners, I just want to say Zach is wearing a Snoopy shirt, but he's dressed like a cowboy, which for me is a little confusing because we all know that Spike already exists to fill the southwestern Snoopy void.
Also, the structure of that sentence sounded like I was wearing a Snoopy shirt, but dressed like a cowboy.
Yeah, that is
also
what I was
true.
describing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
If someone could draw that, we'd be appreciative of that. Here's a question from Steven Spielberg. It's something that he's been wondering about.
Okay.
Why
Can
are
I intro myself? Can I do an intro?
Oh, right.
James Willems. I'm on the show, and I'm joined with some other guests here, including...
Yeah, tell them about yourselves.
To my right.
We don't know who's to your right. We all have different...
We don't know.
It doesn't matter. My God.
I'm AJ Locasio. I'm also here wearing a Timothy Dalton shirt.
And I'm Zach Anner, and I'm next to a TV.
Yeah, okay, good. Wearing chaps and a Snoopy t-shirt. And then our magnanimous host...
I'm Elyse Willems. And Stephen called me up and he said that he's been wondering, why are bananas curved?
What? So wait, so the banter was about what was the name of Steven Spielberg's short-lived animation company, but the real first question is, why are bananas curved?
Why are bananas curved? George, I got a question. Please, Steven, it's 3 a.m. No. Why are bananas curved?
He takes a banana and he runs out into the sunlight with it so he can see which way the shadow. That's a callback to a Seth Rogen story. Anyway.
I don't know what that is at all. Yeah.
That's a James Willems story.
Is that a callback to anything that we talked about?
Hold on. Elyse confused a story I told her about Steven Spielberg that someone told me with a story that she heard about Seth Rogen with Steven Spielberg.
I confuse you guys all the time.
Steven Spielberg's like, no one knows me truly. Why are bananas curved? I think about the Kirk Cameron video. Remember this Kirk Cameron video where... Have you seen this one where he's there with some guy, I don't know, probably... a not real doctor who's explaining the existence of God using a banana. Oh. And he says the banana, you can tell that God exists by looking at a banana. Because when you hold the banana in your hand, it has these ridges. And the ridges fit perfectly into the inside of your knuckles. That's for holding the banana. And the banana, even its stem, it works perfectly to open the banana. There's all these things. And when you eat the banana, it's delicious and it's nutritious. All these things are evidence for God's existence.
But what about Zach, a coconut? What about a coconut?
That proves existence of the devil. Yeah.
If God's one thing is I've perfected the banana, then I just don't like it.
Can I just add to that point? That God didn't perfect the banana. Have you ever seen what a wild banana looks like before humans intervene?
What's a wild banana? A banana just going blah, 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 running around the woods.
It's a short, squatty thing that's filled with almost entirely with seeds. God's quote unquote banana is almost unusable. And it wasn't until a bunch of farmers bred the banana in the best possible way that we ended up with the banana we have now. Also, you're not supposed to open a banana from the stem. You're supposed to open it from the base. The peel comes off way better.
I have seen that, but I love opening it from the stem. It's way more fun to crack the stem.
Who's opening bananas from the base? Because I want to immediately look, I don't believe we should.
That's how they're meant to open. That's how bananas are meant to open.
No. Do this in front of me. Go get a banana.
Watch any great ape, AJ.
I hate that we're doing video for the first time and you guys are introducing all of these visual things. Like, it's like a 3D movie from the 70s that was like, we have to make everything 3D. AJ, the next time you come over, AJ, James will open a banana for you.
Thank you. I hope you can hear my dogs barking. That's part of the 3D experience.
Could we do that on a reel? Could a reel just be James opening a banana?
Silently? God's perfect gift. There's a whole... Have you guys ever read any Douglas Adams stuff on religion? Not to get too deep, but his thing
about... Not on religion, but mostly on aliens.
Oh, okay. Well, his thing about the puddle, I always think about when I see stuff like this proves the existence of God. And it's the idea of a puddle suddenly becoming conscious and going, wow, this hole that I'm in suits me perfectly. And look, it's as if it was made for me. And it's a very interesting perspective on that exact sort of argument where it's like, look, this banana proves it's like that is such a weirdly specific thing to say. Like, there's many other things that you could use as an example, but a banana is probably not it.
A banana farmed and raised by men.
It's beautifully insane. It's beautifully insane. Going, I got the perfect analogy.
My answer is Kirk Cameron. Mm-hmm. All bananas were straight until Kirk got his hands on them, and then he decided he's got a curve on it.
I think it's because God said, "I want that fruit to have a little smile."
Aw, that's so sweet. Aww. God loves a smile. That's what it says. The first line of the Bible.
I think It's because when God made the banana, he's like, there's going to be an evolution. We're going from apes to Neanderthals to humans. And there's going to be this thing called a phone that humans are not going to be ready for unless they've spent their lives putting a banana up to their ear and talking into it. And then it's ring, 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 banana phone. And that is why it's just the precursor to the phone. Perfect.
Yeah. It's so you can pick it up and go, hello.
No. Yeah.
The cat in the hat here.
Alexander Graham Bell, before hello, he wanted people to say banana.
Yeah. That was the fact. Yeah. What did he actually say? It was something.
I remember it used to be ahoy, right?
Ahoy. Yeah, it was ahoy. I thought about having that as a question. It was too easy. It was too easy to be a question.
I thought that's where I learned it.
No, I've been doing that too, where there are things that I just learn out there in the, what do you call it?
The wild?
World.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that must have been from this podcast, but it's not.
I'm going to say curved. Okay, I'm going to think about this. Is it, so it grows, they grow in bunches. I mean, you could grow a bunch straight, just a bunch of like shingles essentially, right? Or like the curve itself. Does that have anything to do with the way they grow together? Gravity, or maybe is it like the way the nutrients are distributed? It's something really boring like that. Or is it because God wanted us to be prepared for banana phone?
Man, it could be banana phone.
Was that Raffi that did that song? I'm going to say Raffi curved the banana. Final answer. I'm locking it in. It's Raffi.
AJ's getting close thinking about the actual way a banana grows. It's because they grow toward the sun.
I was going to say that.
Sure, Zach.
I was going to say it.
Couldn't they just go straight and be near the sun?
I don't know. I'm not Bill Nye.
What if what if a sunbeam?
These questions.
What if a sunbeam's hitting a bunch of bananas dead on? Wouldn't they all just like puff out their little banana chests and just take it straight on?
Oh, I mean, I guess, yeah. I wonder if you grew a banana in a lab under artificial
bunch of freak ass straight bananas.
Well, but does it have to do with the fact that there's a bunch of weight hanging from a point? We don't know what's growing. I know what you're saying, AJ, that it puffs out its chest, but we don't know necessarily what's growing, right?
I can elaborate on this for you. It's a growth phenomenon called negative geotropism, where the fruit grows upwards away from the ground and towards the sun after initially growing downwards. So as the banana matures, its cells elongate and the fruit begins to grow against gravity.
Just like us.
Which gives it that crescent.
Yeah. You ever been to a banana grove? It's so loud. Ooh. Hours and hours.
Elyse, Zach here from Answer For It. I just had a follow-up question on this. How come other fruits aren't curved then?
I guess they don't grow under the phenomenon of negative geotropism. Next
plantains?
question.
Okay.
I don't know. I wonder if, okay, yeah, you're right there. Because, like, why wouldn't a kiwi, which grows on a vine, grow that way? Is it something to do with the physical makeup of the banana?
Kiwis grow as spheres, though. If the banana grows long,
it's elongated.
Then that means that as it's extending, it has time to react to the chain. We don't understand. My point is, we don't know how anything works.
Yeah, thereby proving the existence of God.
Why would you ever presume? Look at this. The way something is recording our voices right now. We don't know how any of that works. We don't understand any of this.
How did we get from the garbage banana that God created, the terrible banana, to this wonderful recording of 4 videos at once? Explain that to me in 2 sentences.
At the end just sent me. That was beautiful. I don't know. The devil did it. That's what it is. We've proven the existence of the devil. God invented the banana, and the devil invented 4-way video calling. You choose your side.
Stop referencing it, guys. We have to stop referencing it.
Okay, sorry.
To not be known.
Yes, that's right.
I really hope that we just release the audio of this, and we don't even.
We probably will.
Yeah.
Which actor once bought a $276,000 dinosaur skull at auction, only for it later to be seized by the U.S. government because it was smuggled illegally from Mongolia.
I know this.
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good idea.
It's a famous Hollywood actor.
Yeah, I feel like I know who it probably would be.
Does he sound like this?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Does he sound like
sometimes.
this?
I didn't say if it was a man or a woman.
A woman would never. A woman would never.
Woman on
Never.
Earth is
No.
buying something so
Not a
stupid.
single one.
Yeah, that would. You know this. Come on, we know it's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need a good dinosaur skull in my house.
We don't think maybe Julia Roberts bought this dinosaur skull.
No.
She's a collector.
She does. She loves things with big mouths and big teeth.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It's not like Julie Andrews is out like saying, what sort of skulls can I get?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dinosaur bones are an almost exclusively male thing.
Yeah, boys that grew up into big bird boys.
Before we narrow it down or cast our suspicions,
I think it's narrowed.
I'm the
Who are
only
the
one
actors?
who
I
could
think-
walk between both worlds and buy dinosaur skulls illegally.
who are some of the actors we think could do this?
I only have one answer.
It's only the one. It's only
All right,
the
let's-
one.
All right, on 3, let's all say who we know it is at the same time. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ronald
Haley Joel
Reagan.
Osment.
Bill.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Did lots of different answers there.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was saying let's play in the sandbox for a little bit and see
Ronald Reagan.
who we think these crazy men are. I'd say Charlie Sheen could have bought a dinosaur skull.
No, he's
I
too
don't-
busy with
No.
his weird life of ladies and drugs and stuff, right?
And drugs.
Yeah, he's not just like,
You
let me
spend money on
pause
drugs.
to buy a piece of natural history illegally.
Do we think Shia LaBeouf is in dinosaur skull territory?
No.
I don't think he ever made enough money to do it.
I feel like Shia LaBeouf more likely lives in something resembling squalor.
Well,
Right?
isn't he like
I see
nomadic?
him as someone having millions of dollars, but then you go to his place and you're like, this is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and there's just a mattress on the floor. What's going on, man?
Why isn't there any flooring? It's just mud. Why? It's like
He's like,
this is
that's how
me-
I like to live.
Yeah.
It's me being closer to the earth, man.
Yeah. Toss out another person, another name, Elyse, and then we'll refute it.
One of the popes, perhaps.
I'm trying to think of like who's kind of a kooky guy. Lawrence Fishburne.
Isn't he extremely rigid? Is he kooky? I imagine Lawrence
Is he
Fishburne to
kooky?
be very like rigid and exacting and like grounded is how I. But maybe that's just because those are the roles he plays outside of Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah, Cowboy Curtis for sure owns a T-Rex.
Yeah, yeehaw! He's just riding on a giant dinosaur skull. Hey, Pee-wee! I turned him into Mr. Bone from Doug.
Well, why don't you all tell me who it is then?
It's,
If you're so smart.
Nicolas Cage?
It's all Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
It's never
Cage.
been anyone else, right?
Yeah.
He's also got a lot of wacky stuff, right? The way he had all those comic books that were in his trunk and then his car got stolen or something, you know,
That's
and he owns a
tragic.
pyramid and
Yeah, the pyramid.
Probably
But did he have
mummies.
to sell the pyramid?
The one in Louisiana
know,
or in New
maybe.
Orleans, he owned like a grave.
I think it was going to be his tomb.
Yeah. But did someone else
he
buy
also-
that and it says Nicolas Cage carved in stone across there?
can't change it. He's
Yeah.
like, that's the one stipulation. You can't change it.
Poor-
Yeah, I also knew that he had issues with the government, financial issues with the government. So that helped narrow it down as well. But I have often said that if you were like 100 millionaire type, like super millionaire, but not billionaire, a fun prank to play on one of your super millionaire friends would be to buy them a full-size dinosaur skeleton.
Why wait?
Like just be like, hey, I got this thing for you. And it like shows up with a bunch of trucks because if you're a billionaire, you'll find a place for it. Sure. But if you have like $100 million, you're probably like, this is really inconvenient.
John Stamos bought the Disneyland sign But it was so enormous. The only thing he could display in his backyard is the D. So he has the other letters someplace, but could you imagine? It's like, yeah, I'm paying for storage for the Disneyland, but the D is in my backyard. It's very funny to me.
Also, the D is getting more weather damage than the Disneyland.
This is true. You got to treat the D with respect.
It's not going to look right.
Yeah.
I was wondering, when they dig up all the dinosaur bones, how do they put them together? What is the adhesive that they use on a dinosaur bone to put it back together in the shape of the dinosaur?
Oh my gosh. I'm kicking
pins?
myself. You know this, James? You know it's pins for sure? I'm kicking myself
I've been to a museum.
Well, I interviewed a paleontologist and I didn't think to ask this.
I think it's wire.
Dude, well, when you go to a museum, at least with the big ones, you can see the pins that go through. Because you wouldn't use glue because bones don't even touch like that.
It's also not all the actual bones. Can we talk about that?
It's not?
They fill it in with some 3D printed shit in there.
Yeah.
You got
That's how we had the whole Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus situation too, is they're just like, I don't know, which skull do you think it is? And they're just like, whoop.
They have to guess so much about dinosaurs. There's so much we still don't know about dinosaurs. Up until like the 70s, we thought they were these slow lumbering creatures too.
And they got two brains, a brain in their tail, a brain in their head.
Really, Jurassic Park, that was like dinosaurs are fast. Speaking of Jurassic Park, I act like I wouldn't, like I'd have better common sense, but I would absolutely go to Jurassic Park if given the chance.
Oh, same.
Yes.
Yeah. What a way to die.
100%.
Would you go to Jurassic World though? Because Jurassic World had a Margaritaville.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Well, all right.
My biggest issue with the new films is the fact that they do a whole thing about Jurassic World is only for the elites and like regular people can't afford to go. But you see that there's a Margaritaville there, and I go, that doesn't add up.
I've seen the Jurassic World movies, obviously, as we all have. And for some reason, Jurassic World seems far more dangerous to me than Jurassic Park. Like Jurassic Park was like, oh, we've got a few minutes or hours of just like sanity. Whereas I felt like Jurassic World immediately went for the most dangerous, most chaotic. And within 20 minutes, people are being picked up by pterodactyls and thrown into lakes and stuff. Like it felt like it just went insane. I mean, there is also the implication that this park's been open for a really long time. But as far as the movie's presented, it feels like you show up and then immediately get eviscerated by like some sort of dinosaur.
Well, the whole premise of the first Jurassic World is that attendance is down at Jurassic World, so they have to breed an invisible dinosaur that'll lure in new people.
It's so funny. We've made a killing machine. Just make it rainbow. Make a rainbow dinosaur. No. People do TikTok dances in front of it. That's invisible. All you need to do.
That's what the kids want to see is invisible dinosaurs.
What was the catchphrase? More teeth or something? It was like something weird where it was just like more teeth, and it's like, come on, guys, come on. Don't remember the other park.
I really was hoping that Jurassic World would do the updated dinosaurs, like with the feathers and stuff, because now they found out that they had feathers, and I was like, I want to see a feathery dinosaur.
Yeah,
but then they would break their own science, right?
Lore.
Because the dinosaurs that they bred from the mosquito and stuff didn't have feathers, right?
We'll just say something like John Hammond. He hated the feathers. He was a businessman, and he hated the feathers, so he told all the scientists to pluck them off in the lab.
Yeah. Pluck these birds. Pluck them, please. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Next question.
Yes.
What is Shakespeare's curse? And I'm not talking about the Scottish play.
Okay.
What is Shakespeare's curse?
Spoiled this for myself by picking up one of the books in your apartment yesterday.
Oh, AJ.
I literally just picked up that book.
Up the cursed item book.
Yeah, the cursed object book. And I flipped through and it was like Shakespeare's cursed grave, I think you had a bookmark.
Oh my God. What a betrayal.
Wow, that's incredible.
Oh.
So I was like, what an interesting book. So he has a grave that's cursed, I believe. I didn't read too much about it. I just went, wow, that's fascinating.
AJ, you didn't even allow anyone to guess. You said this is what the exact thing that Elyse looked at. You get the question.
That was a great question, Elyse.
Well, and also he doesn't even know what the specifics are. He just shouted out a broad, vague answer that's kind of half right. God damn it, AJ!
Sorry, I know his grave is cursed.
If you need it, I have the full answer.
Wait, James knows the full answer? This feels like
don't make a joke about how it's like a pyramid and...
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say it's an invisible dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the actual curse would be, though. I know that his grave is cursed, right? Like, so if you perhaps give it a little kiss. You'll be cursed for the rest of your life with just a weird bald spot. I don't know what would happen.
That sounds terrible.
Why?
I would hate for that if I had a grave.
Graves.
Well, if I had a grave and someone just came along and said, "Don't kiss James's grave, you'll be cursed," I'd be so sad. I'm missing out on centuries worth of kisses.
I forget whose tomb it is, but there is someone who was like a famous kind of paramour or whatever. And the whole story goes that if you go to their grave, which has a bronze likeness of them, full body likeness on their tomb, and you like rub it or kiss it, it will grant you fertility or love. And so the actual part where it's the like genitalia, the bronze has been like rubbed off because so many people like rub it or kiss it. Not unlike the Mothman statue where the butt is all rubbed off.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched a video. I want to say it's in England somewhere where it's like a bronze and it's just very bright where the crotch is from people gyrating against it.
The good version of that story is Hachiko in Japan, in Tokyo. That there's his bronze is all rubbed down because so many people pet him. That's
so sweet.
Yeah.
I like that better. He also makes you very fertile, though. So that's
Hey,
it's a bonus.
If we had bronze death statues of all of us, which parts do you think would be rubbed down?
AJ's vocal cords. It'd be AJ's vocal cords.
My neck.
But in the afterlife, he's like, "Oh, it must be because they appreciated my work as a voice actor, but it's because they're trying to throttle him,
choking me."
Darn you, son of a bitch!
Yeah,
it's Mike Myers who's come to visit AJ's grave.
Hello.
Hello. James would just have a weird line down his mouth because people constantly trying to shush him.
Mine would be the fingies because I'm always typing the answer for it questions.
No, James would be his pectorals, and we know
your whole legacy is having been known as the person who types down the questions.
The person with golden fingers.
Wait, and does that mean if this is a statue that people would know you as a typist, so they would be coming and bringing keyboards for you to type on? And that's why,
They rub your fingers like when you milk a cow to hope that they would get some of your writing prowess.
Yeah.
And just, so that you'd have these golden tipped fingers.
Well, and like Zach's saying, there'd be a ton of discarded old keyboards at the foot of my grave.
And you're like, what? I don't understand. I don't even understand why this is my legacy.
Your ghost is so disappointed. What a mess.
Yeah.
What a mess. Who's going to clean this?
If I could design a statue for Zach.
Oh, no.
Go on.
This is so stupid. I preface this by saying it's so stupid, but it makes me laugh. I would have Zach's arms up so that way people could tickle him under his armpits because I feel like Zach has been pretty ticklish in the past. Like there's situations where you could get him really going and it's funny to me. So I'd want that.
So with his
it has
ribs
nothing
and
to
armpits?
do with all of his massive achievements and his skills or whatever. It'd just be an excuse that people could tickle him in the afterlife.
I think it's got to be tickle under the armpit and it starts a fountain in my of just water, but it symbolizes piss.
Oh, no.
Zach loves to fight, like physically fight. And that's something I know about
thankfully
Zach.
not experienced this.
I'm always saying, hey, let's go out and do fisticuffs, Elyse. And she's
you like a slap fight?
I don't want to get punched in the face.
You like a slap fight? I've seen it.
I think I like a. I don't know that we've ever tussled, but I do think that James is sometimes I want to slap him around a little bit.
Yeah, you want to slap him around a little bit.
Not some sense into it.
And I, of course, can't speak wholly to your experience, Zach. You can, but do you ever have the impression that people think that you are like this fragile person or something?
All the time. Actually, before James pitched his statue, I thought for sure that my head would be the rubbed down area because people pat me on the head a lot. They're just like,
really?
Pat you on the head a lot?
I get pets I get pets.
Really?
Is that why
Yes.
when I'm out with you guys, people ask James and Elyse, is he friendly? And you say yes, and then they pet you?
Well, first of all, we don't
Yeah,
say
is that
yes. We don't say yes.
Is he friendly?
I go, he's kind of an
what
asshole.
breed is he?
No,
yeah.
kind of an
No,
asshole.
he bites.
He
yeah.
fights. He fights.
Is he a rescue? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
People really pat you on the head?
Yeah,
What a
it's a
horrible thing
common-
to do to
common
any
thing.
human being. What? In what context? That seems so insane to me to just be like, there, young one.
Oh, well, it's just because when I'm sitting down, I'm the height of a small boy, and they don't. That's the only thing they take into account is the height and the assumption of not being of age, even though I have a gray beard.
Would you rather them
Are
tickle
people-
you?
Yeah,
yes.
maybe they. You
Yes,
should just
I
lift
would.
your armpits and say, tickle, please.
Tickle, please.
I could get tickles at any airport I want.
I don't know what that means.
All right.
I have no idea what that means.
He goes,
That's your new documentary. That's the title. And we just follow you going to different airports.
Yeah.
I think it's
Any
like we're
airport.
supposed to think it's at TSA in security, but no, he just goes out to
No.
like the little area where animals can
Yeah.
be relieved.
I could go
Yeah.
to the Sbarro and be like, hey, I want a slice and some tickles, and I could get them. Because
Wow.
people don't know what I'm going through. People don't know what my life is.
I want to go to these airports that have Sbarros in them.
AJ,
What was the
AJ
question
kind of
that set
spoiled
us off
it.
on this?
AJ sort of
It was
spoiled
about
it.
Sorry.
Shakespeare's curse.
Oh.
Yeah, so the curse that reads on his grave is, "Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones." So basically, he had a fear that his grave was going to get pillaged, grave robbed, and his corpse disturbed. So it would be that if you tried to move his bones, that you would be cursed. And so for centuries, it was assumed that his grave was undisturbed. The church never allowed excavations, even though researchers wanted to. But in 2016, on the 400th anniversary of his death, they were able to do a scan of the grave. So nothing was interfered with. But what they discovered when they scanned the grave was that his skull is missing. So that's,
Nicolas Cage has it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I was saying York got his revenge.
yeah. So at some
Oh,
point,
yours is more
somebody
polished.
took that skull.
No one will ever find it.
So
Did his
there's
skull
somebody
have-
out there somewhere doing the Hamlet monologue with Shakespeare's skull.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel like there must be so many rich people and crazy people who just have things like this that are just like, nobody knows. Just with these weird hidden, like from films and history, just someone's got the Holy Grail out there going,
I bet there's some of that, but if I had to guess, I would say that most people that have these things are just regular people that got them. Like, we like to
Yeah.
think of it in a vault in the bottom of a mansion, but it's probably just like thrown in a corner somewhere in someone's 2-bedroom apartment that they're
That's
like,
the entirety of Antiques Roadshow. Is I got served because I'm an old woman a video yesterday where it's like, can you believe how much this table is? And she's like, I bought it for $50, and then it sold at auction for $500,000 because
Yeah.
it was made by some person who's like the first table maker in the world or something stupid.
Yeah.
It's like
Jesus Christ.
Those. Yeah, he made it was his last
so
table.
crazy when you think you have just a run-of-the-mill human skull, and then you
Yeah,
learn that
right.
it someone
It's
belongs to
Shakespeare's.
someone famous.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know who all my skulls belong to. I just gave them names.
Yeah.
Just like some sweet old lady. Oh, I was just in a drawer somewhere. I don't even know. I wasn't even using it.
Next to old makeup.
He was propping up a table. In early drafts of the Back to the Future script,
Oh no, I might know this too.
yeah,
I
you
won't
might.
say.
You might.
I know that.
I know this
already
one,
know
the
this.
time machine.
I already know this. Yeah, I know it. Go ahead. Finish
Go
your
ahead.
question.
I'll pretend I don't know.
Yeah, I'll pretend too.
Okay, Zach.
I read the first
Sure.
draft of the Back to the Future script, so I'm curious.
In early drafts of the Back to the Future script, the time machine was built out of what?
Human
Maybe
hair.
I don't know specifically. I know how it's described, but
I know exactly what it is.
I remember reading this, but I don't remember what it is.
Legos.
That would be real. I mean, I don't think that would.
Although apparently it's Lego, not Legos. You can't pluralize Lego with an S. It has to be. Did you guys know this?
I went to the Lego
I get in
place.
trouble for that all the time because I work on Lego stuff.
You get in trouble? Who comes to your door, knocks on your door for this?
Other Lego actors are just like, you're not supposed to pluralize it. And I'm like, ugh.
Well, then, you know,
It's
AJ,
just Lego.
they're
all
not your
capital.
real friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you shouldn't even be hanging out with that crew. Bunch of hooligans.
The Lego crew.
Get in
Those Lego
get in
toughs.
trouble. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be some sort of the hull of the Titanic.
Oh, God.
Oh, because like Doc had to get something that maybe had this mystical value to it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to run down the stairs at 88 miles an hour.
Yeah. I know
Very
it wasn't
dangerous.
the DeLorean. I feel like maybe a Ford Pinto, something like that.
Yeah.
What if I recall from the script I read, it was in the second story of like an unassuming building, right? Because when they're doing it the first time, the FBI burst in or something. Don't they? The FBI interrupt. That's who kills Doc the first time. It's the
FBI. I don't remember
in the
this.
draft I read, I believe it was the FBI, but it was in a building. It was in a room in a building.
It's forgotten somewhere.
I mean, I know.
Also,
I know what it is, but
terrorists are going in the. Isn't it like who kills Doc in the actual movie?
It's the Libyans because he took their plutonium.
Yeah.
He was like, I gave him a bomb full of pinball parts instead of, and kept the plutonium for himself to use in the DeLorean.
Yeah,
The DeLorean doesn't go that fast. Can we talk about that?
it's heavy.
I've ridden in. Has anyone else ridden in a DeLorean?
No.
Yes.
Okay. It was my dream as a kid to own one. Like I was like, oh, one day when I get older, I would love to have a DeLorean. Like it's my dream car. And Zach, you've sat in one. It is a very unpleasant experience. They all smell.
Yeah, it's awful.
I've been in like 4 or 5 now, and I've gotten to drive around in a few of them. And or as a passenger, I can't drive stick, but they all smell. They're insanely low to the ground, so that you're basically sitting down on the like asphalt. And I immediately get car sick inside them.
Well,
they're
that's
just
one of the funny things that has been lost to time in Back to the Future is we associate the DeLorean with the movie that we all love. But the DeLorean was specifically chosen because it would be like if we picked, I'm trying to think if we picked a Plymouth Prowler or like a PT Cruiser to be the car, right? Like it was something that was a failure. I guess the PT Cruiser wasn't a failure, but just it was a weird thing of a specific time that people all agreed was a bad idea. And so, yeah.
I mean, the Cybertruck is kind of except the Cybertruck, as far as I'm aware, has higher functionality than a DeLorean ever did.
Maybe.
But like,
Well, I'm just saying, it didn't go that fast to go back in time. Is that not a problem for anyone else?
88, you're saying 88 wasn't that fast.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could do that in any car. Aren't they worried about that at all?
Yeah, why did it have to be a DeLorean? I guess as a kid, I was
stainless
like,
steel construction disperses the time, whatever that is.
Capacitor.
The flux capacitor, it's able to create like a bubble essentially. So when the flux capacitor sends out that like wave of energy, because it's all stainless steel, it creates like a hub.
And that's
or
a distinctive feature of a DeLorean is stainless steel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's incredibly heavy. They're notoriously heavy.
I knew
cars.
that.
They're terribly designed. Yeah. I think that it could be, Elyse, we're so straying from God's light of your wonderful question, but it could be related to the RPMs of the engine less than the speed. Right? So you need to get the RPMs to a certain thing, which affects the alternator, which affects how the power is distributed to the flux capacitor. That the speed is not the important factor. It's getting the engine. There's a world where maybe you could just have the DeLorean without wheels, and then you could just rev it really fast. That's my guess. To get
the flux capacitor to that burst of energy.
Exactly.
Zach?
No.
Hey, I have the real answer. Would you like the real answer?
Can I guess? Because since you know for certain, can I guess? Because I think I might know.
Please.
Say it the
Is it
same.
A refrigerator?
It is, and AJ didn't know
that. So, yes, it is a refrigerator at an atomic testing site. They had to blow up an atom bomb on the fridge.
In the end.
Yeah. But that was the energy source that they needed to use to get it to. Yeah, that's right. That's at the end because they didn't have whatever energy source they had at the beginning. But they were afraid kids were going to lock themselves in refrigerators. So they went, maybe not. But also, it's just a silly idea.
Well, they also waited just until Crystal Skull, and then they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then except you didn't travel.
If you've never read the first draft of Back to the Future, you should read it because it's such a great example about how stories don't just take shape right away. It's got all the great ideas that you think of Back to the Future in the worst packaging. Like the refrigerator, his relationship with Doc is not the same. And then at the end, they do the whole dance. They do the whole thing that we know. But instead of doing the incredibly exciting tower lightning strike thing, it just goes, and then several days later, they arrive in New Mexico. And then Marty is driving a truck into the middle of an atomic bomb site as the U.S. Army is trying to blow him up. It's like the worst ending you could imagine.
I guess people don't need to read it now, James.
Sorry.
Because you just told us.
You should read it so you can see how the gold is there in the packaging of this horrible monstrosity.
The creative process needs time to develop, and we need time to redo things in order for them to become classic films.
Yeah.
And that's the Star Wars, too. The original Star Wars drafts are hilariously strange.
And the original cut of Star Wars, terrible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you could watch a significant amount of that online, I think, now. And it is very awkward.
All this to say that if we just gave the Electric State one more rewrite, we would have had gold on our hands, guys.
I forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, what were you going to say, Zach?
I was just going to say, it's like how the first 30 episodes or so of this podcast were absolute trash. But
that includes this episode.
Eventually
we are here in the...
We're in the now.
But eventually it becomes great.
We're in the fridge stage.
I'm putting it out there that we're in the awkward first Back to the Future stage, and what's coming up next, you guys are going to love it.
What do you think?
Stay tuned.
What do you think we could improve, Zach? The questions?
No, I think just the panelists mainly. Different panelists.
We're season 1 characters in this podcast.
We're the original hosts of British Bake Off and not
but they were great.
They were great.
They were great though.
That's not right. That's not right. We were.
That's a bad example.
That's a bad example. We're the original neighbor on Married with Children.
Oh, okay. Good example.
Oh,
and now
Steve, right?
Yeah. And as soon as we get a new cast of characters on this podcast, I think the concept it really works. Asking questions, giving answers. Love that part.
Much younger, larger breasts, all of them.
Yeah.
For everyone. I mean, I have some deceptively large pecs, even though it looks like I would be flat chested. But maybe the video will show.
I will say you answer the questions quite boobily. So I have noticed that.
Yeah.
Next question. It's bad luck to bring this thing with you when you move homes.
Move homes? Between homes?
When you move, we've all moved. What is it bad luck to bring with you from one home to another?
I'm going to say load-bearing walls.
Okay.
Yeah. The previous home. You leave that. Don't take
that in your rear view, huh?
Yeah, you don't take it with you. It's bad luck. You just left that. So I'm going to take a guess that it's something old-fashioned like your bed.
I was going to say
something weird.
Welcome mat. Like the welcome mat from your previous home you don't bring to your new home.
Because you ain't welcome here.
Well, just because that's it's part of the old home.
If there's a welcome mat, does that mean that a vampire can come in? Is that sufficient enough invitation?
Well, would it have to say come in?
Yeah, welcome. Come in whenever you want.
Vampires.
I mean, welcome is essentially
vampires.
Short for... but a welcome, if it just says welcome, that's short for you're welcome to come in, right?
Yeah, I feel like it counts.
I feel like it counts too. I'm with Zach.
Huh.
It's free pass.
This is why my welcome mat is more specific. It says, welcome home, good hunter.
That's cool.
Wow.
Oh, that's
which is
nice.
from Bloodborne.
Yeah,
So
Bloodborne.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome home, good hunter.
We have a welcome mat that someone gave us, so it's really not what we would have chosen for ourselves, and it just says home, and the O in home is a heart.
And it's a question. It's got a question mark at the end. Home?
Yeah, home.
It's not at all our vibe. It's not really what I think we would go with.
But
It's like a
really
memento
easy to
situation.
clean your feet off on it.
That's very
Okay.
presumptuous to think that you can get someone else their welcome mat and like, this is going to be the first impression of your home. Here it is. I chose it.
Yeah.
You should.
You know
whoever
what,
these
Zach? I
friends
think we
are,
should.
You should tell.
I think we should buy a new one for them. You and I can combine our brain powers.
Well, okay.
And get them something perfectly awful.
I think in the vein, because I was going to suggest just now that we buy welcome mats for each other, but I think the first time that we ever like travel for this podcast, like say we're going to go do an answer for it somewhere. Have you ever seen those videos and stuff of like groups of friends that they go to the airport and they all pick the t-shirt that their other friend is going to wear?
I mean,
that has like a
I've seen it
catchphrase.
in real life. I've seen it in real life happen where a mutual friend of ours had to wear whatever Zach picked out for him at the airport.
That's different. That was stupid.
No,
I
that
feel
was
like-
cool. Chris
It was
wanted
funny.
that
Res-
dress.
Oh no, I don't like this at all. I've already received and given many cursed objects to both you, James, and
Yes.
Elyse.
Our home is
So-
full of dumb shit from AJ.
Zach, I'll get there. When you least expect it, a bunch of dinosaurs will show up in your planter or like a little worm, something weird.
I got too much knickknacks, guys. I got too many knickknacks.
So is it the skull of Shakespeare? If you're supposed to leave that at the previous home, you can't take that with you to the next home.
I mean, he would say, yeah, leave that where it is.
Please keep it where it is. I'm going to make like a weird, just because this sounds like something that you'd read in one of those old timey books where it's like, if you look at your love at midnight on Halloween, I'm going to say your bed is something that's like, you're supposed to get rid of that. I don't know why. That just feels like the most weird, generic answer to me. Someone that's going from one farm to another.
And anyone you shared that bed with, they're not coming either.
They have to stay behind. You have to bury them in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're on the right track. Like I would say a good equivalency here would be, and this is not the correct answer, but not taking your old suitcase because there's baggage there. Would be the example I would give. But I ask the questions here. I don't answer them.
What do you know? The headstones. You can take the headstones, but don't take the bodies.
Any bodies buried in your
From your
backyard,
family plot.
you've got to leave.
Gotta stay. But you can take the headstones.
I was gonna say, don't bring your original family to your new home because that'll cause all sorts of trouble. You got to leave them there.
And lock it up and be like, this is my home. You stay out there.
The people who have like a secret family, they have two families. How do you find the time?
You gotta admire their organizational skills, right? So
It's crazy how common it is too. I feel like I hear about it all the time where it's like, well, turns out my father had a second family. I'm like, how? Were they able to split themselves into two? Like, I can't even keep track of like my dogs. Like, it's just, that's such an insane, like, do you have burner? You must have a whole second life, burner phones and emails and madness. That's a documentary I'd watch.
I feel like that's something you could do in the 50s. It's a lot harder to pull off now.
Oh yeah.
In the 50s, you just pack up the car and then you just tell one family, oh, I have a job that I'm going to be gone for 9 weeks or whatever. And they go, sounds like a normal job to me.
If you try it now,
so
you will be found out on the Coldplay Jumbotron.
They'll find you. They'll find you.
That's where all things are revealed. I think we should do that from now on. Any big conspiracy, what happened to Jimmy Hoffa, just up on the Coldplay Jumbotron.
This is what I don't get though about the if you could do anything you want for days at a time by lying and saying that you were just on a road trip for your job, why would you want another family? Like, what is the draw of just being held down by another group of people?
Putting down roots.
This is why we don't have second families. I can't even stand my first one. So,
gosh. Okay. Well, I'll just, any other guesses or I'll just tell you.
Just tell us.
I'm locking in welcome.
How about a mirror? If you don't bring a mirror.
Oh, that's a good answer.
That's good. That's a good one.
Shedding your old self.
I also don't want AJ. I just want to clarify that he wasn't referring to his mother because his mother listens to the podcast. And
no, I meant her and all of my family.
Oh no,
friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Mommy. Hello, Mommy.
Oh no.
We're a friend to all mothers on Answer For It. We are the podcast.
It is a show for mothers, yeah.
Your mom's reviews of the show are the highlight of all of our
episode.
Should I change the tagline of this to be a show for the mommies?
A show for the mommies, yeah.
Sure.
God.
Hello, mommies.
It's a broom, an old broom.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't own one. So
that's telling.
Is it have to do with the fact
who
that
owns a broom? I guess I've seen you broom like Rabbit and Winnie the Pooh just being like, time to clean.
And I try to get AJ to sweep up my garage because he works out in there and he won't do it. It was like pulling teeth. And it's one time I got him.
It's always while we're like huffing and puffing and breathing in all the dust. If we did it after, that'd be different. But doing it while we're in the middle of working out is like the worst possible way to clean something.
Do it after you.
I'm sorry.
No,
Elyse.
no, please, Zach, please save us from ourselves.
I'm very confused by what residue AJ is leaving behind from a workout that needs to be broomed up. Like, is he just sweating old fall leaves? Or what's the...
As a man has gains and he acquires mass, he sheds his former exoskeleton. He cannot assume new mass without shedding the former.
It's also very hard and crispy, too. So it breaks up into little, like a croissant.
Like a KFC skin.
Very flaky.
Pastry, yeah.
It's actually pretty delicious. No, we're in a garage, so every time the car comes in, there's wind and dust and
bunnies,
dirt, and it's just a natural
debris.
Debris.
Yeah,
spiders, all kinds of things. Although we leave the spiders alone. Thank you guys for listening to Answer For It.
God.
I'll be vacuuming for the rest of my life in their garage.
It feels like we've been recording for hours.
Yeah. Oh my God, this has been an insanely long one.
Yeah. Well.
Wrap it up, Elyse.
Wrap it up, Elyse. Take us out.
You know what you should do? You should wrap up every episode with like a really good question.
One that we don't know.
That we don't answer. We didn't talk about the piggy of the podcast.
I think it's
Who's
me. It's me because people are going to be like, she's too harsh on AJ. She's too...
No one's
she's
going to say that.
So I thought the piggy of the podcast was someone who could just sniff out a really good answer.
It was. That's where it started.
Is it morphed
but then since
now?
Zach didn't want it, now it's got a negative connotation. So now it's something that's awarded to someone who doesn't wish to receive it.
And Elyse always wants it.
That is true.
I do.
Which make her ineligible.
Well, who do you think snuffed out something good this week?
Tell us in the comments, maybe. If you're listening and you have the option to leave comments, let us know in the comments who you believe the piggy of the podcast was.
I'm sweating like a pig in this booth right now. It's like 1,000 degrees in here.
Okay. I think it was AJ because he comes to my home and he reads my books.
Yeah.
And then I roll in your dirt and I refuse to clean it.
He finds a notebook.
No, don't get rid of this.
A notebook that just says Elise's future trivia questions do not read. And he goes, what's this?
Yeah. In my defense, it was a book that said cursed objects, and I went, cool, and I picked it up, and this is how I become cursed.
This is how you get evil deaded. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, that's neat. And I saw a bookmark. I was like, that must be where she stopped reading. Not realizing this would have come into play the very next day.
Yeah.
You got to stop going over to the Willems' house. You got to stop going over there.
Never happened.
They got the greatest dirt and leaves any little piggy could ask for.
Filthy little pigsty we live in.
I like to bread myself like a chicken in their dirt. I just roll around and collect it and
Okay. Well, see you later, I guess.
Gotta go concert.
That was all right. See you later.
I couldn't tell if you're talking to AJ or the audience.
I was talking to AJ. To our audience, thank you so much for subscribing and listening every single Tuesday when we have new episodes. You can follow us all on social media and anything. AJ has a book. It's a Spooks, the Little Spirits of Halloween that you can buy. I'd say Amazon is your best bet.
Or Hot Topic carries them in person. Hot Topic has it. They also have pins and keychains and stickers and buttons and all kinds of fun stuff. Oh my! But yeah, you can get it in most places online. Vroman's, our local bookstore that I'm obsessed with.
But not Barnes & Noble. Not Barnes & Noble.
Doesn't have it in person. You could buy it online, but in person, for some reason, they don't have stock.
But don't go into Barnes & Noble saying, hey, where's your spoops? Because they don't have it. And
they don't have it.
Maybe if you go in there demanding it, they'll start, the big Barnes & Noble will start ordering it and getting it into stock, because it really is. You want to be able to wander into a Barnes & Noble and see a little end cap of spoops, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I do, yeah. Thank you, Zach. I feel threatened.
It sounds like Zach threatened someone at
oh my God,
Noble.
Those little fuckers at Barnes & Noble better get their asses into shape and start ordering the spoops. We know you got nothing else to do.
Can we just grab that clip for me for my socials? Yeah. Maybe bleep out some of that?
We've established Zach likes to fight. So
he's a fighter.
Well,
I will fight any bookseller at Barnes & Noble. You want to go? You want to go?
What we rub on your statue is your boxing gloves. That's your they're golden boxing gloves.
This episode comes out the day before our Answer For It live show in New York City. So if you're going to be there at the show, we will see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow at the live show at the Bell House in Brooklyn. Thank you to everyone who's already bought tickets. And thank you to anyone who's still on the fence about thinking about buying tickets. If you're in the area, come on by. It's going to be really, really fun.
There are tickets. I don't know by this point.
If there are tickets.
I won't be. You'll just be overcome with a wave of regret as you listen to this podcast outside of the theater in New York City because you can't get in.
I bought all the tickets, and I'll be sitting there like Shia LaBeuf clapping at everything alone.
That's fine with me. Hey, that's
surprise. Hey, guys, thank you. See you next time.
Gotta go,
everybody.
Cancer here.
Thanks for listening.